I can't talk in that thing! Hey everyone, it's PrinceBrightstar and welcome back to Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. Yeah, so, if you didn't know, I've basically been wearing that thing ever since what happened with the last, part of Chapter 6 happening. I don't know, I just haven't, I guess I just haven't wanted to show my face, as it were, here. But yeah, we've got the rest of Chapter 6 here today. It's finally ending today, and yeah, that's pretty much all that we're going to be looking at here today, aside from one small thing which kind of shocked me here, especially after apparently the changes they made in Kvaris. There was a maintenance just now, and they literally just unlocked, or rather they just sent everybody 100 of these low temperature damage resistant plus 100. And I'm like, what just happened here? Like, I guess Sega's thinking that still wasn't enough of a change here with the torches that they added. So I guess that's all that there really is to say on that. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and make our way over to where the story picks up here today in Central Alio. Now, this is supposedly a more Aina-focused portion of the chapter based on the most recent headline, but I guess we'll see here. Yeah. I mean, after what happened, I would not expect Manon to be around, or at least up and about for that much here. But anyway, here we go.
Excuse me! Are you the one who defeated Dark Falls with Instructor Aina?
Well, right off the bat, they are giving us acknowledgement of what we've done. I am, yeah.
I was right! My name is Riku. We're Instructor Aina's new trainees. This here is Ruka.
Hello.
It's an honor to meet you. I'm a huge fan of yours. People like you are the whole reason I decided to enlist in the first place.
Tone it down, Riku. You're coming a little strong.
No, please, give us more praise! We need it!
One of my heroes.
Please excuse him, but it's true that you are a hero to a lot of people. And it's an honor to learn from Instructor Aina, too.
What do you think of Aina?
She's incredibly kind.
Yeah, but there is one thing.
Excuse you?
I'm just saying.
Is there some problem with Aina?
It's not exactly a problem. Instructor Aina is super nice. She's a really good person. But her teaching style is unique. Unusual, even. Sometimes I can't follow what she's saying.
I was a little lost at first, too, but she's been a lot easier to follow lately, hasn't she?
Hey, remember that Trainia test a while back? The way I did it was better than the way she taught us, right?
That was just coincidence.
But that's not the only example.
Well...
I'm just saying, let's learn the basics from her and then figure out things ourselves.
Don't give up on listening to Aina.
If you say so, I guess.
Instructor Aina is always saying we should try to think of our own way to do stuff. But I don't think she means we shouldn't listen to anyone else.
I know, but...
Ugh, whatever. I'm sorry we even bothered you with any of our nonsense. Pretend we were never here. Come on, Riku.
Wait! I'm not done!
Alright, so we've met Aina's trainees here. And right off the bat, I mean, that's instant praise. I mean, finally, some acknowledgement of some of the stuff that we've done. Granted, it's coming from the new recruits and not from elsewhere, but hey. Alright, well, the next portion of this takes us way over towards the Alio Town ruins, so let's head over there. And the fact that they didn't say anything about Manon either, you know, that's... Yeah, okay, I'm at least hopeful things are going to be better here. After, well, quite an opening there for the chapter. Alright, let's see here.
Oh, did you come here to visit my dad? Thank you. I'm sure he appreciates it.
Something wrong?
Well, kinda. It's starting to dawn on me that teaching isn't as easy as it looks. I've been reading the training manual a lot lately, and I'm slowly trying to zero in on my own style. I also talked to Mary about how Lysis taught them. I tried catering to my trainees' strengths and weaknesses, but when I told them to try and see what works for them, one got a little carried away. And now he's hardly listening to me at all. I'm not very good at being strict, but the light touch isn't working either. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Thanks for listening. It helps. Well, I better get going. We're all going to Retem soon for some scout training in a little while. It'll be a long trip. Hopefully we can all get on the same page before we head out. I hope I come up with something by then. See you later.
If anything... Oh, may I have a moment of your time? Lately, extremely powerful enemies have been appearing in every Retem region, and our forces are having a hard time dealing with them. Would you lend us your strength once more? I would be most grateful. Alright, so we are headed over to Retem as well. Specifically to Retem El Noft. But yeah, I was going to say, you know, don't forget, Aina likely had some training. Granted, it wasn't great training from her father, but she, if I remember correctly, she was invited on some of those trips, where there was training happening. All right, let me see what the actual objective is here. Defeat a boss enemy in Retem combat sectors. Alright, well first we need to get a boss enemy to spawn then.
Enemy reading confirmed. Please stand by.
That's got one spawned. And yeah, there's no level requirement on this, so if you're just trying to get through the story, you can just set it to rank 1, and that should give you the clear you need for this. And hey, thanks for tuning in, Brooks. Alright, there we go. Let's see.
Presence eliminated. Good work.
So, by the by, do you have a moment to talk? In person, if possible? I hope to see you soon. Alright, so that's sending us down to South Vertem now. Alright, let's see what Nadara has to say to us.
I'm surprised Aina is not with you.
Hey there, Frank. Thanks for tuning in. Has she been visiting?
Yes, almost every day lately. She's been asking for leadership advice. She stopped by, out of the blue, and started asking for my thoughts. However, I was at a loss as to how to respond. It was Hadi who taught me about being a leader, after all. And when I called him in, she all but assaulted him with questions. Hadi is a natural teacher, of course, so he was quite happy to indulge her. They talked for quite some time. They even went off to review the finer points of tactical terrain usage. I find her enthusiasm quite charming.
She's working pretty hard.
Indeed. I sensed some impatience, however. She's been seeking advice from many different corners. And not only in Aelio, she also approached Tyvis and Glenn. I would not have expected Glenn to be so forthcoming, but I hear he was quite generous with his wisdom. He must be kinder than his behavior would suggest. Or perhaps Aina simply has a soothing effect on people. Tell me, does Aina have leadership ambitions?
She's still a training instructor for now.
Your use of "for now" suggests that she does, indeed. I certainly look forward to seeing her continued growth.
Do you read me? Urgent request. The Aelio Training Corps has been ambushed by enemies in the Maraba Canyon. We've lost contact with them. Please, hurry to assess the situation and render your assistance.
Yeah, before we do that, okay, so, they're talking about Aina having potential leadership ambitions. Kinda gotta bring up, yeah, that not here in New Genesis, but another Aina elsewhere. Aina Lucille in Phantasy Star 3 Generations of Doom did become a leader along with, I think it was Hario, was the name of the other guy. But basically they helped to evacuate Palma before it got blown up by the satellite Garia. Yeah, so and they were part of the resistance against Mother Brain. Nothing that was ever talked about in the English release. This was specifically in the Japanese release. So maybe they're gonna finally move forward on that potential thread if they're actually going to start to link things together. But I mean, we'll really have to see how things play out in all this here. But yeah, that's I just wanted to bring that up here since now they're making mention of something like that happening potentially in the future. Anyway, let's head up to Maraba Canyon and help them out. Seems to be up in the hills somewhere. Veltro. There's an emergency call for help up ahead, but you know, it's too dangerous to go alone. We should wait for backup from Ratem City. You aren't planning on going on alone, are you? Okay. So we got a mission here. After receiving an urgent message from Ran, Brightstar heads to Maraba Canyon to rescue the Alio Training Corps. Alright.
Someone help! Is anyone there? This is Training Corps Alpha Group.
I'm so glad you're okay.
I know that voice. Tell me you're on your way.
Listen, we're all okay. Then, we're surrounded and completely pinned down.
You said it was totally safe.
Everything was fine until you attacked those enemies, dummy!
And how was I supposed to know they were so strong? It was all so easy in training.
Wow, turn down the volume on the surrounding voices there, Sega.
It's gonna be okay. We're all getting home just fine. I've been in my fair share of battles, you know. Not nearly as many as Crawford or Dozer, but I've learned something. No matter how tough the situation, there's always a way through.
And what is our way through?
The strength of each Ark's defender. And making it work together. As long as we work together and trust each other, I know that we'll get through this.
Instructor Aina?
Come on, pick up your weapons. We've got a really capable friend coming to help. We'll avoid direct confrontation until then, but be prepared to defend yourselves. We've got this. Just remember what you've learned. Put that into practice, and I promise you'll be okay.
Yes, ma'am!
Trust in the bonds we've formed through our training.
Trust our bonds.
You can hear me, right? We'll hold things down the best we can. Which means, hurry. We need help.
Rooks, they did a really big acknowledgement right at the start of things here today. Anyway, hold on.
Okay, see you soon.
Also, apparently things are a little buggy right now with that thing in the on the left side there. A massive sandstorm has blotted out the training corps signal. We know they have to be around there somewhere, but please see if you can find Aina and her trainees. Also, I apparently forgot to refill my mates before I came into this.
They found us! Calm down. Steady your aim.
Success!
There! 3 o'clock! We can't get surrounded. Enemy! 9 o'clock! Look! Wow. It's like she knows exactly what they'll do.
Trial start.
Fall back! Do not pursue! You're good at drawing them in and counterattacking, right? Me? Oh, yeah.
Success!
Yeah, they did not, they didn't make mention of Solus, yeah.
Fall back and rest. That injury's still bothering you, isn't it? What? How did you know?
Trial start.
At least, not yet. We'll see if it comes up elsewhere.
I'll handle it. Keep an eye on our 12.
Success!
They just keep coming. I can't do this. Don't give up. You can do this. Believe in yourself and believe in us. Can you hear me?
We still haven't been able to confirm the location of the training corps. They should be nearby, though. And they cut the rest off.
Go.
So what's with the floating island, then?
How are we supposed to fight that?
We're gonna die.
No, we're not.
You've got to be kidding!
Good idea on the flare there.
What? Instructor Aina!
There's no need to worry. Help is on the way.
Somebody call for a guardian?
I knew you'd come.
You know, this kind of sounds like it has a motif from, the end of episode 4, against, Deus Esca. Alright, up they go!
It should be safe now.
So I guess...
We've been rescued?
Glad we made it out of that one. I was trying my best to play it cool back there, but the truth is, I was pretty scared. What if I steered them wrong and they ended up getting hurt? I'm so glad I listened to everyone's advice.
You did great.
Thanks. But I think you should tell the trainees that. They really did an awesome job.
Instructor Aina! Thank you very much! And... I'm sorry. This all happened because I got cocky.
No, I should have warned you how strong those enemies were. That was my fault. I'm the one who should apologize.
Instructor.
Can I ask you one thing?
Sure.
How did you know my leg was injured?
You heard it when you snuck off to train. I'm watching you, you know?
Then what did you think of my moves? How I drew the enemy in and then...
I think you should try to maintain a little more distance. You're pretty aggressive out there.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't even notice until recently.
I've been telling you that you need to stay at your optimal range. Maybe next time you should try a different weapon.
I'll give it a try.
Can I ask one more question? Why did you fire your weapon in the air in the middle of a fight?
Oh, that? I was signaling our position. I knew it wouldn't take long for help to arrive.
I wouldn't have been able to find you otherwise.
I'm glad it worked.
Does this have to do with the bonds you mentioned?
Well, not exactly. It's just the sort of split-second decision-making I've picked up through experience.
But you two were really well coordinated. Seriously. You knew exactly what to do in the moment, with no hesitation.
I was impressed myself. I was like, so this is how Dark Falls Slayers operate. We're gonna work hard to be just like you one day. Right, Ruka?
Who said we were going to be partners forever? I sure didn't.
I mean, I wasn't...
Anyway, let's head back to Alio. We can talk about everything there.
Alright. Yeah, so... interesting mission there. Definitely hyped up us, as well as Aina's, methods there. Let's head over to the, teleporter, or rather Ryuka device over here so we can cross the bridge and get over to that, as quickly as we can here. Alright, here we are.
You're back.
Dozer!
Instructor Dozer!
Ran told me everything. I'm glad you're back safe and sound. You look like real warriors now. Great job getting it done out there. And Aina, I might even mistake you for a real instructor now. Aina's main strengths are her perceptiveness and adaptability. It's how she learns so much just by watching you and Manon. And today, she demonstrated what it means to be both a leader and an instructor.
Aina is amazing.
She is a cut above the rest. The girl's something else. She's kind to others, but exacting toward herself. And there doesn't seem to be any challenge that can break her. I think that's why people naturally look to her. And I, for one, I'm excited to see just how far she can go.
I'm sorry, were they using
She
tiny
even surpassed
models?
her father one day.
Sega, your engine limitations are showing there. Alright, I guess we're headed back to the Alio Town ruins now.
Fancy seeing you here again.
What were you telling your dad?
That I'm an instructor now. And how I struggled at first, but now I'm getting the hang of it. that reminds me. I never did thank you for the other day. For rescuing both me and the training corps. Thank you.
Yeah, Brooks, I'll agree with you there. I mean, this one is also kind of like that as well. We all did it together.
That's true. Everyone really contributed. But then you showed up, and it all worked out. You're constantly getting me out of all kinds of jams. Not just in battle, but also... You always cheer me up when I'm down. I feel like I can do anything as long as you're with me. Can you promise me you'll always stay by my side? I didn't mean... Oh, forget I said that. I didn't mean it like that. I plan to keep working hard to make sure we can stand side by side. I mean, as Ark's defenders, of course.
No love for a cast, huh? Anyway, same here.
Yay. Well, anyway, I'm glad we had this talk.
Alright, so now we are headed to the Watchtower, apparently? Yeah, I'll agree with you there, Rooks. Definitely some time needs to pass here. We're just chilling there. Manon, why are you not with a nurse right now?
Oh, hey! Manon! And you too!
It's been a while.
Wow, you're looking great!
You too. It feels like you've grown so much in such a short time.
Well, I can't say I can't agree with either of these here. I guess done incredible work. Yeah. Again, this is another one of those having a bad habit of giving you no real choice.
Thanks
to you.
It's so weird. We're on totally different paths, but it feels like we've been together this whole time. Almost like the three of us are just meant to be together.
Yeah.
Stop putting words in my mouth, Sega. Even when we're apart, we're together in spirit.
Even apart, we're together in spirit.
Yeah, That's exactly it. No matter what happens, I know that the three of us will always be together. That much, I'm sure of.
Me too.
But seriously, not enough time has passed here. She really should be with a nurse or something anywhere she goes, because there's a chance she could easily relapse. Alright. Okay, so it looks like that's it for the end of Chapter 6. Alright, so I guess let's kind of talk about this for a moment here. So, in all of Chapter 6, at least from what I remember, we, of course, first there was the Starless attack in Resolve Forest. And then, the Lucilians were being kept under guard. The Meteorn got named Guardian by Crawford. Aina was made a trainer. Crawford then told the citizens to accept the Lucilians. Manon joined Glenn's team and starts overworking herself. We learn about Photonzol. Manon collapses and we save her. Manon awakens and has her pity party, and then here in this part of the chapter, Aina kind of had her moment to shine and really come into the role of the instructor that she had been struggling with through a good portion of the chapter. I don't know. I mean, aside from the Photonzol and the initial Starless attack in Resolve Forest, I mean, a lot of the rest of the chapter really felt like filler to me. And I guess, while this was a whole lot better than last time, no question about that, I'm still not happy with where things are at this point. I believe I'm still going to be keeping what I said during my channel update in play here for the foreseeable future, at the bare minimum, until the new area opens up in June, I believe. I might do one stream whenever the new Dark Falls thing comes out, or maybe I'll do that as a pre-recorded thing, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the fact that there's no acknowledgement of Dark Falls Solace anywhere in this chapter, aside from that opening cutscene, and technically that wasn't even part of a story thing, that was just, you log in and there's the notification. Same for the Dark Falls Aegis refight. I mean, what is that all about? What's the story behind that? Or is Sega just throwing bosses at us that have no story? That really does not help their case for the game, if they're just going to do things like that in what is effectively a living world here. I don't know. This was a disappointing chapter, and like I said at the end of Chapter 5, I still don't feel that this is a journey having been worth going on. If anything, this chapter actually made things worse than what we had in Chapter 5. Oh, hello, random NPC. Because, at least with Chapter 5, we got Zephetto. And, he was like the most interesting character that had shown up in a very long time. I mean, he was basically our bridge back to the classic PSO2 game. And then, you know, as soon as we start to get some answers out of him, he just takes off. And, you know, we don't know if he's alive or dead. I'm still of the opinion that he's alive, especially considering the things we're seeing, the fact that Dolls and Starless are not attacking one another. And, you know, I recently found some evidence that, you know, the whole fact that we can't breathe outside the bubble areas is actually bullshit, and I've got evidence to back that up. So I may put out a Secrets episode between now and the launch of the content coming in June, whatever we're doing for that story. Still don't know if I'm going to cover anything beyond the story in June, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, more and more, I'm becoming happy with the decision I made to cut the content in New Genesis and get back to other portions of the series. Since really, this channel was ultimately set up to be story-focused. Covering the other content is just sort of secondary to that mission, as it were. But yeah, that's basically my feeling on Chapter 6. I wish I had something better to say here, but I really don't. The story has been continuously disappointing. Granted, today was better. This was a better portion of Chapter 6, no doubt about that. But, you know, we still don't have many answers here, and all I can do is hope that, you know, once Chapter 7 happens, we're going to actually get some decent answers about, 1, what's up with the rest of the Ark's fleet, 2, what's up with the local star systems around us here, and 3, what was the ultimate fate of Zepheto. Without that, I mean, basically we still have a whole bunch of unfired Chekhov's guns here. But, yeah. Like I said, my intention was only to cover story today, and that is where we're going to end it here now that the story has ended. So, with all that said, thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.